The other day, your friend had a die in front of your eyes in an extremely terrifying way. There's a weirdo at your school. He has long hair that covers his eyes. Always alone. When he sits somewhere next to each other, no one will sit there. He exudes weirdness all over. People are afraid to approach. Friends are curious. He dragged you to find out the details of this person. You followed this weirdo out of school, into the forest, finally came to the depths of the forest in front of a dilapidated high-rise building. You grew up in this city. I had no idea there was such a building here. There are no other buildings around. My friend thinks the weirdo must have entered this building. It's evening after school. Follow all the way here. It's completely dark. There is no light in this building. At night, like a giant sitting cross-legged in the forest. Mysterious and dangerous. You tell your friends we act like terror. The characters in the movie are the same. Of the friend who is courting death has changed. He said, "Are you afraid? You're not old enough to admit to being timid." Yes, you just said that the school informed that there is a typhoon tonight. I'm worried about being late and not having a bus. Friends seem to see through your timidity. Smiling sarcastically, show Ollie just agreed to be your girlfriend. It's not worth it if it's really blown away by a typhoon. You don't know why he suddenly brought this up. He has entered the house. I can't be proud to let you follow. Many walls in the building have been knocked down. The structure becomes intricate. And in the dark, you soon get separated from your friends. You can vaguely hear his footsteps from a distance. It came, but couldn't determine the exact location. You groped in the dark for a long time without harvest. Fear overwhelms face. You finally can't help calling out your friend's name. But no one responded. You stumbled out of the building is downstairs and continues to shout my friend's name. After shouting a few times, I finally heard his response. He yells at you to come over. When the sound reaches your ears, the wind has blown away the sense of direction, but you vaguely think it should be coming from the roof. You look up. The silhouette of the building has long melted into the darkness. You can't even figure out where the roof is. You raise your head a little higher. It was pure black. No stars and no moon. Only the wind is getting stronger and the sound of the wind blowing through the forest. Do you think a typhoon is coming? You call your friend to come down. Then the tree, the silk teaching of leaves and branches is coming to you from afar. Hidden in silk cult is a strong wind. You took 2 steps and almost got blown over. After the strong wind, bring calm around. You vaguely see a figure. Came to you from afar. That silhouette is like a friend. But he should have been upstairs. Impossible to come down so soon. Is it that weirdo? Thinking of this, you hesitate and don't come forward. Waiting for the shadow to approach, you finally confirm through the outline that you are a friend. The sound from the roof before. Maybe I heard it wrong. You walk towards him slowly. Just at this time, suddenly a voice came from behind telling you not to approach. He's already dead. You first subconsciously follow the sound and turn back. I found out that it was a strange person running over with a flashlight. Then you remember his words again. Turn around and look at your friend. Take a closer look at the electric light. You fell to the ground in fright. The friend's hands and feet twisted in a strange posture, a slap-sized hole in the back of his head, all over bloody. Then you also understand how he could come downstairs so quickly. He fell straight from the roof. But this level of injury should have killed him on the spot. It's impossible to be as mobile as him. Friend, at the moment, you can only think of one word. Just zombies. Although you have already thought so much. But the body is still frozen and can't move. That's when you pay attention. Friend still has a dagger in his hand. He lunged at you with that dagger. The weirdo threw him to the ground first. The two rolled together. In the end, the freaks have the upper hand. My friend to the ground. Friends, I don't know where the strength comes from. It is possible to break free at any time. You've come to your senses and you're at a loss. The weirdo points in a certain direction with his chair. Yell at you, give it to me. Ask him what he wants. The weirdo says, I need a log. You pick up a branch as thick as your wrist and offer it to him. The weirdo says he'll break free as soon as I let go. With you, your hand holding the branch is a little trembling. How do I do that? The weirdo said that there is still a grudge in front of. When you die, you become a zombie. Take something of wood attribute and pierce its heart. It can be completely killed. You look at your friend. He doesn't look like he used to. He at this time, like a madman, crawling out of hell. The beast took to breaths, clenched the branch and lifted it tip down. Then moved towards the position of the friend's heart. Stabbed it hard. There was a discussion among the students, but no one knew he was there. You disguised yourself as a bystander, as Omo said. Pushed everything that happened that night on him. You're not sure if the police believed you, but they never came to you after that. The police didn't bother you, but your friend's parents won't just let you go. They stand in front of your house and make you tell the truth. What you said to the police. I told them. But how could they believe? They were screaming hysterically. Would you believe there are zombies in this world? You said there must be. You're not sure yourself, but you have to answer like this. This is obviously not the answer they want. You will continue to be harassed by your friends and parents. You understand how they feel. But such harassment, you have lost your normal life. Except for the part where you pierce your friend's heart with a wooden stick. You told them everything about that night. But they are still asking for the truth. They ask again and again to shake you too. Are you wondering if there is another possibility? After the friend fell from the building, he just wanted to come to you for help. But Omo tackled him. Then you killed him with a branch. Since the idea was born, you feel more and more guilty, unable to face friends and parents. Take advantage of the opportunity to go to college. You moved to a new city. Replaced all contact information. You expect this to start a new life. But the memory of that night has become your heart disease. And over time, true memories are gradually forgotten. The memories you build yourself turn those gaps. Fill now every time you remember that night. You feel like a cripple. Friend's murderer. It seemed to be a dagger. You suddenly remember that night when your friend walked up to you. He seems to be holding a dagger in his hand. You're glad this detail wasn't forgotten. It was indeed a dagger. This seems to be a breakthrough. Omo is directing you to use branches, said when assassinating a friend. Resentment. When you die, you become a zombie. Thinking of entering that building. A friend mentioned your girlfriend Shaoli, and he didn't sound very friendly. Combining these, you seem to have a new guess. A friend's grudge is to kill you. The reason is Shaoli. Maybe friends like Shaoli too. he took you to the building. It's not for weirdos at all, but to kill you. This also explains why he has a dagger. But all these conjectures have a premise: that zombies really exist. You can't help but ask yourself if such a thing really exists. You are determined to find Omo. Only he can explain it all. You will Omo. Tell that name to everyone you know. You wait to hear from him someday. It's been 30 years. After